My hair has a mind of its own. I'm going to call it traveling hair for right now. That's what I'm doing. I hope that you enjoy this somewhat plain but hopefully calming background. Not in a car right now. Let's celebrate that, right? The other location had some nice decoration behind me, but we're going to chill with much more of a plain background on this behalf. I swear the surrounding area outside of here is far more gorgeous than this or the other background. Um, I'm going to dive into, again, in this video, Adlerian psychology because it's just so fascinating to me. I was really focused on Freudian psychology for a while, as well as Jungian, Carl Jung. I love them both. They both are so fascinating. But this time we're going to dive more into Adlerian psychology. There's so much. There really is. But specifically, what I'm going to look at is the reality that Alfred Adler saw that the past and the present moment essentially have nothing to do with each other, and life can be lived outside of the past. Basically, that every moment you're a new you. I've really been doing the best that I can to step into this energy, right? And to really like embody it to the best of my ability, right? And so it kind of has to do with the expansion of identity, right? Identity is basically a comfort zone for people, right? um, how you see yourself, the way that you see yourself, what it is that you see possible for yourself. It can end up being a comfort zone, right? Because like we create this specific mold based around what we believe is possible for us, what we should or shouldn't be doing. Actually, let's let's introduce a little bit of Freudian psychology into this, right? We're going to pair, I mean, we could go all three, but we're going to pair Freudian with Adlerian, right? I'm going to look specifically at the superego in Freudian psychology, right? I feel like the superego is much more of a blueprint for this because in Freudian psychology, you have the id, which is the very first thing that takes place in a person's life. That is the pleasure and destruction, right? You see that in infancy, and you deal with that for the rest of your life, of course. There is the development of the ego, and then there is the superego. The superego is the shoulds and the shoulds not, the should and the should not. The reason why the superego is so important to look at here is because when it comes to Adlerian psychology and every moment you're a new you, well, while that's true, what we also have to face is the superego should and should nots. There you go, right? Oh, I should do that. Oh, I really shouldn't do that. But why for both, right? We need to ask ourselves why we're even considering doing either. And that's the reality of it. So I'm very fascinated that, like, every moment you're a new you. Yes, absolutely. Now, if there's anything stopping you from doing anything at all, what is it? And I would argue that a lot of it does come from the shoulds and the should nots, right? Oh, I should do this. Oh, I should not do that. Those are barriers. Those are walls, right? If you should do something, it means that you shouldn't do something else. And if you shouldn't do something else, then it means that you should do something. Those are essentially walls, right? Those are walls created around an identity. The thing that drives people to do some things and stops them from doing other things, I would argue, is the superego, right? Um, and that's kind of essentially what this is here in terms of Every moment you're a new you. That's true. How uncomfortable are you willing to get? Right? Because oftentimes discomfort in this space equals growth, which essentially is identity expansion. There's absolutely nothing stopping me from doing many things that, for unnecessary reasons, I'm uncomfortable with. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, did I say unnecessary? Trying to make sure I know what I said. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that there are many things that I can do that, for unnecessary reasons, I'm uncomfortable with. Right? Anybody can change their life drastically. The thing is, here's a fascinating thing about at least one of the things that's stopping somebody from changing their life drastically, right? Say, for instance, you're used to just giving into a fuck ton of dopamine by mindlessly scrolling on social media. It's not good or bad. It will get you a very specific thing, and it won't be the other thing that you want, right? But there's also nothing stopping you from going full force into a business venture, right? And when I say that there's nothing stopping you, maybe you need some groundwork first. Cool. Learn. Go full force into it, right? There's nothing stopping that. And that's what's fascinating, is that, like, every moment you're a new you, you can choose to be however the fuck you want to. Like, there's literally nothing stopping you from just completely changing as a person. It's all just choice. It might not be easy always, but it is always a choice at the end of the day. It is always a choice. And that's the fascinating thing here. As humans, we have free will. We can do whatever we want to. There's nothing stopping us from doing anything, right? And so with that, we have free will. And so I've really been sitting with this a lot for a while now, and I've really been thinking about what this means for me, right? The more you choose differently, or I'll just say it for myself, right? The more I choose differently as an individual, the more my life changes, right? Think about it this way. Think about this as an identity, but also comfort, comfort zone, right? If I choose differently, then I'm starting to do this. And it just continues to expand and expand and expand and expand the more I choose differently. The more I choose differently. And so, like, it might be that in the beginning there's tension, right? There's oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Good news, you won't give a shit in a year. The most that will happen is you'll be like, oh damn, I used to do that, and now I do this. That's interesting. All I had to do was change what I do. All I had to do was choose something different. All I had to do was different things, right? Because every moment you're a new you. The only thing that's keeping you the same is your beliefs about what life is supposed to be like, based on your, at this point in your life, level of conscious awareness, based on your already made choices, based on your beliefs, based on a lot of superego stuff. Oh, I should do that. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Why? Why? You know, I think it's so fascinating. I really do. Like, there's nothing stopping somebody's life from drastically changing. And I'll give an example too. I saw a version of myself that is a full time YouTuber, right? That makes videos every single day, that talks about subjects that he's passionate about, that connects with people on YouTube. I saw myself as that. And by the way, this was starting back in like 2017. Truly, it was. I visualized myself impacting the lives of people. I was hardly doing anything on YouTube, right? What did I do? I chose a different path. I chose a new path. What was involved? The unknown, right? The unknown can kind of scare us and lead us to not really take action, right? I'm genuinely not here to motivate or to inspire anybody. What I'm here to do is show that you can choose to do something differently, and that comfort and familiarity will try to keep you sucked. Remember this model that I had before. Comfort and familiarity will try to keep you sucked back into this mold, right? Every time that you do something differently, you change that mold, you open it up to potential and to expansion and to all of that stuff, right? And things like the super ego will be like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. This is so weird. I have so much freedom. Oh my God, I've never had this much freedom before. I don't know what to do with this. Oh my God, look at all this money. I don't know what to do. Not that money is, this, that, whatever. It's just like new things that come into a person's life. Oh my God, I don't know what to do with these seemingly healthy relationships. I need to go back to everything I've known. And that's the reality of it. That really is, you know, the, the identity of any given individual. It's kind of like, I've heard another YouTuber say this, and I really appreciate it. Identity tries to keep you safe, right? My current identity is trying to keep me safe. It is. But what is safe, actually? It has its own idea of safe, right? This is the identity. This is the comfort zone, right? It's trying to keep me here. And what my higher self is trying to do is be like, just open me up. You can't tame me. I love it. And it's just fun. It's fun to live this way, and it's fun to, open up and to expand and to grow and to evolve and to, like, as I do these different things, these new things, as I choose differently and new, my life changes. And that continues to expand and grow. And it's just really fun. It really is. Every moment you're a new you. Every single moment. In this moment right now, I'm a new me. Right now. I can choose to do something drastically different. Right? I can choose to do something drastically different. I can. I can. I can. I can. Because every moment I'm a new me. And that's just the reality of it.